Hi, my name is John, and today I'm going to be doing another video on the plugins to try to teach y'all a little more on how to build them, as well as something else that you could do when you build them. For example, when you first build the plugins, you have to build Pkhex first. That's not necessarily true, but I'm going to pretty much show you anyway. Because see, the plugins are built off of a particular file. They're built off of the Pkhex core DLL file, and that file is not updated on the site. And I'll show you. See, this was only updated 9 hours ago. So unless this is updated with the developer build, it's not going to have the new raids in there. So that's kind of what I meant by doing it a different way. So, but I'm going to build this anyway, just so you can pretty much see. And we are using Visual Studio to build it. You have to clone it first. And if you build constantly, or you are learning how to build, please make sure that you change debug to release, as it needs to be on release. And for this one, all you need to do is just hit build solution. Yeah, see, 0 failed, 6 succeeded. Now, I always close out of it so I can, start fresh. But you also need to access the core file that's in the Nugget package. So, you usually go to users, and your name that will be on there. And then you want to go right here where it says Nugget packages, and then just type the letter P, and it should come up and say Pkhex core. What you want to do with these is you want to delete them completely. So after they're deleted, you want to go over here to the Pkhex plugins, and just to be curious, we're gonna look at the code and see if they've updated anything. Yeah, they did actually 23 minutes ago. So right there is where they updated, and we don't know if that update is going to have the new auto mod, in there to where where you can do showdown text. All auto mod is for the showdown text. Files will work with the Pkhex core. Whatever core file you have is what it goes off of. But auto mod has to match that, and I'm going to show you how to do that with the developer core. That will allow you to do that. So now that we've looked at that, we're going to copy this again, and we're going to go back to Visual Studio. Now, for those of you who didn't watch my previous video, I'm going to show you the type of error that you normally get. The first thing you want to do is restore the Nugget packages, and I usually do it a few times to make sure they're all restored. Okay, it says it's finished, so we're going to go and check it. Nugget packages, Pkhex core. Yeah, there it is. So that's it. Now, as you can see, this Pkhex core file was made for 6 at 11:57 p.m., right? Okay, so what you want to do Well, a lot of people don't do what I just did. What they do is they go over here to the solution right here for Pkhex plugins and they build the solution. So normally it'll come up with a whole bunch of errors and everything else, and the only reason why it's succeeding is because it has a current updated copy, but that's not the developer core. That's not the developer core file. That's not it at all. So let me show you how you get the developer one. So you're gonna go in here and type in pkhex developer build right here, and see it was just updated 9 hours ago. So you want to go ahead and download this file. Okay, so it succeeded. We're going to go to downloads. I usually have a folder called Pkhex update, and that's where I put this stuff for the Pkhex developer build, so that way I don't get myself confused. It's just a lot easier for me because I have my original one right here, which is off the official version. See right there. So now that we've done that, let's see right here. Now this Pkhex core file is 4.8. The other one is 4.7. Oh no, 4.6. See? So what you want to do is you want to take the core file from the developer core. You want to take that and copy it, and you want to go to this one right here, which is in the nugget packages, the 4.6 one. You want to delete that one and put the new one there. And see, this one is 4.8. And then what we want to do is go right here and build the solution. There we go. We rebuild. I keep saying build, but I meant to say rebuild. A lot of people get that confused, along with me. So we'll delete that out of there. So now we're gonna go to the Pkhex, the plugins folder. Excuse me, the repos right here, and see, this is the auto legality mod. Auto mod plugins, and you want to copy that. Now, what this one is for the Pkhex, not the SysBot. This is just for Pkhex. So it should work like it's supposed to. Yeah, that's because it's a mismatch. That's because they haven't exactly updated all of that stuff. But that is exactly how you make the auto mod for Pkhex. Now, for the one for the bot that you're gonna need, it's gonna be called. It's gonna be called Pkhex Core Auto Mod. And so you want to take that and copy it. Let me go ahead and stop my bot real quick because it won't let me change any of that while it it won't let me change that while it's currently in use. So I'm just gonna wait for this to finish, and then I can go ahead and put the new files in there. And that will give you the latest information on all the raids and everything else. See, there we go. And we can stop all. And we'll just paste it right here, and it should update the other one, replace the file. And then you want to take this one, Pkhex core, Pkhex drawing, that MISC DLL, as well as the poke sprite. And you want to copy all of those. And so that's exactly how you do it. So it's not really hard to do. You just need to follow along on the video, and you should definitely be able to master that. But that's exactly how you do it. Again, it's not hard to do. It's just if you've never done it before, you probably don't know exactly what you're looking for. Now, a quick recap. Whenever you build the plugin successfully, the first thing you want to do when you're trying to build it for the first time is you want to go here. You actually have to try to build it first. Once you've tried to build it, the first thing you want to do is you want to build Pkhex first. After you build Pkhex, then you can build the plugins, and then it should automatically put the file in there. And you go to users, your name, and then you want to go to Nugget, packages, and look for one that says Pkhex core. There's only one of them. You should have something like this. And then this is the file you want to replace with the newest one. Once you do that, you can build the plugins perfectly. And then you'll have the AutoMod plugins that you need. And the AutoMod will be right here. Pkhex core AutoMod. So you'll go to, now you won't go to AutoMod, you're going to go to bin. And you're going to make sure you do it on release, net 7, and then it's right here. And if you're getting the one for the Pkhex, obviously there's a mismatched version because not everything is updated. This is where it is right here. So the other stuff you can find with the developer core. You can find, you need this one, you need this one, you need this one, and you need this one. You need all of those DLL files. So that's why I highlighted them for you so you can see them. So that's exactly what you would need, to go into where your bot is. Now, if your bot only has that one file because you're using it like officially, you're using the official version, you won't be able to do any of this stuff. You'll have to rebuild, ForkBot, or if you're using the original Pkhex version. So I'm actually going to show you how to do that. Yeah, you need the code in order to do it. I believe this is it. Okay, yeah, this is it. So we're going to take this code and we're going to copy it. So this will give you all of the files instead of the one. Let me show you what I mean by that. Because, see, a lot of people, they only get the one file and, stuff like that. So let me show you what I mean. So if you download Pkhex official, the official version, this is exactly what you're going to get. Let's see, it'll be right here. It'll say SysBot 64. Boom. It's just one file. So what they've done is they've taken all of those 70 files, or how many there are, 70, 80. I believe it's 70, that's what I heard. But there's a lot of them. And they've packed everything into one file. So if you have just a SysBot app, right, and you try to put the Pkhex core and all that, it won't read it because it's only going to go off of that one program because everything is already built into it now. So if you want it unbuilt into it, you've got to build it yourself. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you just go to Microsoft Visual Studio. Make sure you have all of your, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you gotta have your framework in there. 4.7, I believe, is what's. It could be 4. I have 4.7. It works fine, but you may need a higher version. So if you don't have your framework in there, it's not gonna work if you're doing this for the first time. If you've done this a few times, then you kind of get the hang of it. So this is the original SysBot that I'm going to clone. I'm basically going to just rebuild whatever they have so I can get all the files instead of having that one file where the core files don't work. Again, I'm going to go up here and change it to release. And sometimes if it's not, if they haven't done all of their updates or they have, it sometimes won't let you do, won't let, that'll pop up. Okay, so 9 are succeeded. So we're going to go to our repos. I have it shortcutted here. If you need to find your repos, I'm going to show you how to do that. So here you just go to open folder and boom, there's all my repos right there. Well, that's just the one for SysBot. But if you take this right arrow and go back, it'll show you all of them. So you have one for ForkBot, Pkhex, Pkhex plugins, and of course SysBot. So if we go to the repos where SysBot is, it shows all of this. Now, if you built it and you don't know how to get the copy of it, all you're going to do is you're going to look for SysBot Pokemon WinForms, bin 64 release, and that's exactly how you find it. Also, keep in mind if you have somebody builds this for you or somebody else for you, when you download it, it might sit there and say it's dangerous. Another thing you want to do is you want to right click on every single one of these right here. Every single one of them. If you download it from somebody else. And you want to right click and go all the way to properties. And right here it'll say it's blocked. It's not blocked for me because I built this myself. So I didn't get it from somebody else. I made it. So the computer thinks it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you get it from somebody else, it will say it's blocked. So that's exactly how you do it. See, this is the original SysBot. It has all of this in here. Pkhex Core, AutoMod. It's got all the stuff in there. And so that's the only way you're going to be able to get those files to work because as it stands now, whenever you download the official version, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get all those other files like you used to. You used to get like 4 or 5 of them, but now they've taken that away and they've put everything into one bunch, one program to make it easier so you don't have a bunch of files to have, which was a really good idea. But for people like us that want to have the raids and everything else early so we don't have to actually wait for them to come out with it, that's kind of, then you'd have to rebuild it yourself and actually, do that. And that's all you have to do. So I hope y'all found this video helpful. I try to do the best I can with these videos. Hopefully it's helpful for y'all. But if y'all have any suggestions or anything, y'all are more than welcome to come onto my Discord and actually suggest, videos that I should make. So I'll put the link to my Discord on my in the description so that way you can get to it very easy. But I really appreciate y'all watching and thank you very much.